What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Dark Previews, and in today's video, I'm going to take you through 3 of the bets that I've already locked in for this upcoming 4-game slate on the NBA. Before we get to those bets, we have to hold ourselves accountable for the day that was. I went 3 and 2 on the picks that I shared in the last video. Firstly, on the winners, Trae Young over points and assists. That was easy money. Zubac over 13.5 points. He finished with 21. And DeJounte Murray, we took him under 20.5 points. He finished on 14. So the winners, pretty much sweat free, but the losers, frustrating as hell. We took Giannis over 28.5 points. He finished on 25, but the Bucks, their supporting cast was shooting the lights out. We didn't need a big Giannis game in that one. Very efficient from the field, which I expected, but he missed 7 free throws in that game, and just a couple more free throws would have got us over the line, but didn't happen. We also took Franz Wagner under 18.5 points. I almost marked this down as a win, not gonna lie to you, by the end of the third quarter. Orlando already up 25 points. What's the point in playing your starters? And for some reason, Franz Wagner gets back on the court, scores 10 points in 4 minutes, goes over his points line, and then subs himself out. What can you do? At the end of the day, those picks were shit, despite the good read. We did manage to get out of it alive, 3 and 2, somewhat profitable, but you want to talk about profits, we got to talk about VIP for a second. So VIP cashed out, plus 5.68 units on the day. I shared with you the 3 winners that I shared on the video. We also hit on Brandon Podziemski, over 8.5 rebounds and assists. I think he finished on 10. That was sweaty as hell. Extremely frustrating to watch, but he got over. Then we've got the things that make my VIP different to everybody else's, and that is value play. All of these value plays are at a minimum plus 200, and we hit one for Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and Brandon Podziemski, and we also hit a parlay where we combine 2 value plays with DeJounte Murray plus Podziemski. I think that's plus 10,000 or something like that. Whatever it is, it's 10 to 1 pretty much. And we were so close to hitting much more. So it was a great day on VIP. This is what I've been promoting all this time. If you're still interested, you can check out VIP. There's a promo for it. 7-day free trial if you use the code SWEEP. Or you can sign up to my NBA season package where you'll get every single bet that I place, all of my value plays for the rest of the season. Feel free to check it out. The link for that is in the video description. Now that's enough of me trying to promote things to put food on the table for my wonderful family. Let's get into these bets, shall we? You've got 3 that I want to take you through. Let's go. So we're jumping straight into props madness here. Quick Q&A for you guys. They've got a dark mode and a light mode. Let me know in the comment section, do you prefer to see dark mode or light mode? Which one is easier for you? I'll stick to dark mode in the meantime. I think aesthetically it looks better, but you tell me what works best, dark or light mode for Props Madness. Now, if you've never seen Props Madness before, this tool is specific to betting on basketball, nothing else. It gives you all the advanced data that you need, and you can muck around with these filters to get some amazing bets, and that's what I'm going to show for you today. The first pick, we're looking at Julian Champagnie. I don't even know how to say it. I'll watch the game tomorrow, and we'll see how the commentators pronounce it. Now, his points prop or his 3-point prop, I believe, is going to be a very popular pick for the day, and for good reason. So I'm personally going the 3-pointers. That's where he scores a lot of his points, and we just need 2 of those bastards to cash. Now, why do I like Julian Champagnie in this game? Well, firstly, the main reason why I'm taking him and why probably a lot of people will be is because Devin Vassell is out. Now, when Devin Vassell is out last season, Julian Champagnie played 10 extra minutes with him, close to 29 minutes per game, so we love that. If we look at his head-to-head numbers, he played Dallas 3 times last season. He only played 20 minutes in those games. Let me get rid of these filters. He covered this line in 2 out of the 3 games, 21, 18, and 20 minutes. But we know he's going to play, well, we don't know for a fact, but I expect him to play a lot more. Let's get conservative with it. Let's look at games where he plays at least 25 minutes. You can see already he covered this 3-point line in 15 out of 18 games when he plays at least 25 minutes. There were some games he played 30, 35, a couple he even played 40, but let's be conservative here and play with the filters. At least 25 minutes I'm expecting from him. Now, if we look at the matchup wise, versus Dallas. Now, you can see here, he does score a lot of his points from the perimeter, above the break, and as a spot-up shooter. Dallas, defending spot-up shooters, they were worse than average last season, so this matchup is not difficult for him whatsoever. Now, the one thing that data cannot account for is the fact that we have Wemby in year 2. He's put on some size. I'm sure he's more skillful. He's going to be so much better, right? We also have Chris Paul, who's joined the San Antonio Spurs. So I expect the Spurs offense to be a lot better than what it once was. Wemby should get the ball in the right spots, and they're going to force the Dallas Mavericks to really collapse on him. I think it's going to open up space for a lot of the three-point shooters on this team. Harrison Barnes and Julian Champagnie. I think they see a bigger run here. So I think he's going to get some open looks, and he's going to cash some three-pointers, that's for sure. So these are all his games where he played at least 25 minutes, 83% hit rate, hitting 2.4 of them per game. If we look at the games and include the Vassell filter, without Devin Vassell, where he plays more than 25 minutes, he hit this in 8 of 9 games, averaging 2.6 3-pointers. So this is why I love it. I smashed the over 1.5 3-pointers. The odds are starting to move, especially since I sent it out to my VIP. I think I sent it out at minus 115-ish, something like that. He is starting to move as well as his points prop. And I'll be transparent with you guys. I'm also playing him for 3+ 3-pointers made as well. Get that for plus 200 and something. So I do like it. Julian Champagnie. And if I'm pronouncing that wrong, let me know in the comment section too. Let's get into the next pick. We're looking at Donte DiVincenzo, and I'm looking at over 14.5 points plus assists. Now, I am a stubborn bastard sometimes, and it might be what I'm doing here, because for those of you who watched my opening night video, I took Donte DiVincenzo over his points plus assists. I got hooked on that one. He got real close, but it wasn't to be. Now, I took it in that first game against the Lakers, and I'm taking it again for the exact same reasons. So Donte, he's playing in his new role, playing off the bench here for Minnesota, but he's going to get a lot of minutes and he's going to get a lot of opportunities. He gives the Wolves something that they're lacking, and that is some outside shooting, specifically a spot-up shooter. He's also playing a lot of point guard minutes off the bench, supporting Mike Conley's old ass. And I do expect him to play a lot of minutes, even though he's coming off the bench. We saw that in game one. He played 32 minutes in game one. He played more minutes than Mike Conley. And in a matchup here against the Sacramento Kings, I see him playing more minutes than Mike Conley once again. Volume was great in that first game against the Lakers. Let me just bring up the stats for him real quick. He finished with 13 points plus assists. He shot 11 times. He had 3 assists in that game. 2 from 4 from the free throw line. So he was leaving food on the table, missed 50% from the line, 27% from the field. His shooting was awful, and I expect him to bounce back. And if we see similar types of volume here for Donte DiVincenzo, I think he's going to cash this pretty easy. Now, if we play around with his filters for last season, I get that he was on a different team, different role, and all that type of stuff. But he played 32 minutes in that first game against the Lakers. What I'm going to do here with Props Madness, I'm going to play around with his milters. The hell does that mean? His filters, and I'm going to cap them at a maximum of 32 minutes. So we're not going to see any of those games where he played a lot longer, because I don't expect him to play longer than 32 minutes, right? So we'll cap that. The other thing that I liked was volume. So he took 11 shots in that last game. Let's just look at the games where he takes at least 10 shots if we're going to be conservative about it. So in this filter, now we're looking at games where he took at least 10 shots but didn't play any more than 32 minutes, right? So basically, we're looking for the same type of volume that he put out in that last game against the Los Angeles Lakers. And you can see here last season, 18.3 points plus assists per game. He covered this in 17 out of 21 games. Now, yes, he's on a new team. His role is different. I don't think he scores as many points. I don't think he shoots as many shots. So if we be a little bit conservative around it, let's say he takes between 10 and 15 shots, then he still covers this great, 16 out of 20. Right? So the hit rate on this is amazing for Donte, and his new role as a point guard off the bench, we're naturally going to see some assists anyway. His assist line is at 2.5, and I do like the over. I also love the opportunity that the points bring. So because I like both, I'm just combining them. So Donte DiVincenzo, over 14.5 points plus assists against the Sacramento Kings. Give me that. Now, if you want to look at just shot charts and profiles, another thing that stood out to me here is that the Kings last season, bottom 3 in defending spot-up shooters. And heck, we all know Donte DiVincenzo scores 40% of his points as a spot-up shooter. So he's going to have the opportunities to score. He's going to get the assists anyway because he's going to play a little bit of point guard. Let's go. Give it to me. Donte, baby. Before we get into my last pick to share with you guys, I want to encourage you to sign up with these motherfuckers right up here. All of my partners, son. So these guys all offer great deposit matches. They give you free squares each and every single day. I encourage you guys to check them out. If you do happen to sign up with any of them and make a $10 deposit, send me an email, reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, whatever it is. and I'll get you in a free month of my VIP picks. Why the hell not? So check those guys out. Sign up using the links in the video description below or with the code DAFT, and then just let me know when you've done it, and I'll get you in. All right, so for the last pick, I'm looking at Chet Holmgren in this one. I do like his over points plus rebounds, over 24.5 points plus rebounds to be exact for Chet Holmgren. Now, I'm expecting big minutes and big opportunities, which is why I like this play. Against Denver, obviously they have Jokic, so they're going to need some big motherfucker out there at all times to deal with him, right? The problem here for OKC, they don't have many big motherfuckers left right now. Hartenstein, they just picked up in the offseason. He's out for this game. Jalen Williams, who was a backup, he's out. Kenrich Williams, who was a second backup, he's out as well. So I think based off the projections from RotoWire, there's probably one big off the bench that they could play. He's a rookie. I don't expect him to get too much time. So Chet, I see him getting at least 30 minutes in this game. Big minutes, big opportunities, but he is up against Denver, up against Nikola Jokic. Is it a tough matchup? It's actually not. Defensively, it might be a little bit difficult for him because Jokic is an offensive machine, but on the defensive side of the floor, probably not so much. First thing I want to do is check his head-to-head numbers. Now, I've already got some filters for this. One, it speeds it up for you. Two, it keeps me on track. So the first filter I have is on his minutes. I've set the range between 28 and 41. I expect him to play at least 30, but being conservative, a minimum of 28 minutes. Next thing I was looking at is the worst 15 teams at defending the pick and roll. Now, why did I do that? That's because as the pick and roller, that is Chet Holmgren's main play type. The Denver Nuggets were bottom 9 in the whole league. So in the bottom 33% of the whole league in the pick and roll coverage. So I'm basically looking at the bottom 50%, the bottom half teams who are not great at defending the pick and roll. We can see it in the data. The other filter I'm looking at here is the restricted area. So if we look where Chet scored most of his points, 44% of his points are around the ring. And if you look at Denver, ranking 17th in the league, so a little bit worse than average. So the matchup is good there. So what I've done there is I've just excluded the top 10 teams in the restricted area, which is his shot zone, and this is what we come up with. So in all the games he played last year, there were 17 of the games where Chet played at least 28 minutes, where he was up against a team that didn't defend the pick and roll well, and he didn't verse the best teams at defending the rim. Chet was over this line in 14 out of 17 games, an 82.4% hit rate, averaging 28 points plus rebounds per game. Now, these same filters and requirements, he did well against Denver as well. 3 games against them where he played more than 28 minutes. He scored 28, 30, and 31 and rebounds with an average of 29.7. Now, if I didn't have access to Props Madness, I wouldn't be able to find the data deep enough to support the fact that his hit rate was good. Now, what you'll find with a lot of apps out there is, yeah, they'll tell you that his hit rate is nice against Denver, but it's not going to explain to you the reasons why. So that's what I like about Props Madness. You can really place your bets knowing why they're going to hit. So Chet Holmgren, hopefully he gets it done. Because if he does hit it, the reason why he's going to hit this line today is because he's going to play more minutes. It's because his matchup is well, all that pick and roll bullshit. And Denver don't have many rim protectors. So Chet be able to score around the rim. And in terms of his rebounds, he's feasted against this team. If you look at his rebounds alone, 11, 6, and 13 against the Denver Nuggets. So yeah, the game where he only had 6 rebounds, only played 28 minutes. It was a blowout win for OKC. I don't predict a blowout in this game. It should be close. You should get a lot of minutes and a whole lot of opportunities. So if you made it this far in the video, the first thing I wanted to say is thank you. I honestly appreciate it. People like you help me get this video out to more people. If you do want to help me get this out to more people, please like the video, drop me a comment down below, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We are growing fast. I would love to finish this NBA season with 20 to 25,000 subscribers. We picked up 10,000 subscribers last season, started from nothing, and now we're here. Hopefully, we can pick up another 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers, and I assume we would. My content is better. I'm better at gambling and sports betting, and I'm doing it more consistently. I don't see any reason why we don't, so please subscribe to the channel if you have not. If there are some other bets out there that I may have overlooked, just let me know in the comment section. Drop them down there. Let's share some knowledge. But I'm going to bounce, boys and girls. I appreciate y'all. Best of luck to you, best of luck to me, and best of luck to us. Let's go.